Today's video is going to be a bit different to my normal ones. I've been looking on YouTube and I've seen a lot of videos from vinyl collectors, record collectors, about their top 10 favourite albums that they've been listening to. And I thought I'd just have a go as well, to be honest. And so I've rummaged through all of these and through all my others, what I've got scattered about around here. And I've decided to share 10 with you. Now, before I start, there's a disclaimer in that, to be honest with you, I haven't played any of my albums for ages. I'm in this office most of the time, and so I've downloaded most of them onto my computer, and so I generally play them from there. So let's start. Here's 10, no particular order. I'll tell you why I like them so much. First up, Band on the Run by Wings. Such a good album. I was about 13 when it came out, and of course hearing the single Jet did me. I loved that when I was about 13, and there's some great records on it. Mammonian, No Words, Picasso's Last Words, Bluebird is great, and of course Band on the Run is just brilliant. An excellent album that I have played over and over the years. Next up, we've got Barbra Streisand's Stony End. It was her first pop album, if you'd like to, pop. It's got some great songs on it. I was about 12 when it came out, and it's a good album, very good album. It's got on it, obviously, Stony End, written by Laura Nyro. It's a really good album. The song that I like most on it is Hands Off the Man, Flim Flam Man. Bit corny, I know, but I love it, and I've been playing it for years, and I shall probably play it for years to come. I've only got this on a CD now, but it's such a brilliant album. It's James Taylor's Gorilla. I didn't hear it until about 1976. In fact, two of the albums that I'm going to talk about now, I heard them both on the same day. This one is just superb. I love James Taylor. There's nothing he hasn't done that I haven't liked, to be fair. And it's got some great songs on it. It's just brilliant. And what I'm going to do as well, down in the comments, I'm going to make a little playlist up with one song from each of these albums, and you can click on that link and there'll be a playlist that you can have a listen to, so you get a little taster from each of them myself. It's got his version of Marvin Gaye's How Sweet It Is. To be honest, I prefer this version. It's got Mexico on it, which I love. It's just such a good album, and it's one that I've been playing for years. Now, I said about two albums on the same day. Well, this is another one. I've now only got it on CD as well. It's Carly Simon's Hot Cakes. My brother had both of them, and I was rummaging through his racks and came across this and that last one. To be honest, they both blew me away, and I've been a huge fan of both ever since. It's just so good. Safe and Sound, Older Sister, not songs you've probably heard too often, but they are just fantastic. Great singer, lovely album, one that I just love to hear. Next up, here's another album that I love. I don't suppose it's one of those that you hear too often. It's Donald Byron Wheatley and Moondogs and Mad Dogs. It came out in 2017. I was doing radio at the time, and I think I played this over and over again. It's such a great album. I am a bit biased because, like me, Donald is a showman, and a lot of the songs relate to a lot of us, particularly Moondogs and Mad Dogs. I love it because he sings about people that I actually know in real life, and so it's a fantastic album. I just adore it. The Lonesome Carol of Big Don was brilliant. If you ever get the chance to search out this album, go and do it, because it's really well worth a listen. It's just absolutely superb. Next up, we're going to go back to me being about 12 again. This one, you may laugh at me, I don't care. I absolutely love this, and I play it over and over again. Gilbert OSullivan's Back to Front. An album that I remember hearing as a kid. Well, you all know the big hit off of it, Claire, obviously. It's a nostalgic album for me, that's all I can say. I play it a lot. There's some great little songs. There's the song on here, The Golden Rule, is absolute quirkiness, brilliance, and I love it. And there's just so much on here to like. Well, particularly if you're a pop tart like I am. You rockers out there, you may not like this, but I don't really care much because these are what I like. You don't have to. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. I'm just saying I love them. This one, my favourite Elton John album by a mile. It's just biographical, it's brilliant, such great songs on it. There's one in there I particularly like called Writing, but I like all of them on there. I've played it over and over again. I was 15 when I bought it in the Roman Road in East London, and it brings back lots of memories. And not only that, it's just a fantastic album. Well, I wouldn't be honest if I couldn't play a Beatles album. Now this was hard to choose because Abbey Road would be considered an album I play a lot, but I'm choosing this one because I play it just as much, but also it was the very first album I bought. It's Revolver from 1966. My birthday is at the end of July. This came out at the beginning of August and I bought it with my own pocket money. So it's a nostalgic album to me. It's one that I love. It's got some fantastic songs on it. Taxman, Dr. Robert, Here, There and Everywhere, which I loved. It's just fantastic. Good Day Sunshine. I love the album and I play it so often. Last but one, Donald Fagen, The Night Fly. No longer have the album, I'm afraid, but it is just unbelievably sublime and brilliant. IGY kicking it all off is fantastic. The single was New Frontier. There is so much to like, and it's worth liking because it has a song with someone called Gretchen in it. And it's worth it for that alone. But seriously, if you like Steely Dan, you're going to love this. You've probably already got it if you like Steely Dan. Just superb, sublime, fantastic, love it. Like my last choice. Now, those of you that know me and have watched my videos before will know I've talked about this album. It is my favourite album of all time. I bought it the day it came out. I was 16. I love it. Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. Magnificence. Now, I don't need to talk to you about this because I already have. I did a complete video about every song on it. And so I'll put it up there in a minute. You can go and have a look at it if you want to search it out. But it was an album that changed my life. When I first heard it, the first 10 seconds of Love's in Need of Love Today just blew me away. It had great singles. I Wish, Sir Duke, As, and Another Star with the singles off of it. It's a double album. It's got a little EP in there as well with 4 tracks on it. Just superb. I keep saying superb because I love them all. That's the thing. And so there you go. 10 albums that I love. They're the 10 albums I listen to most. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've liked it, great. I'd love that if you'd hit that button. If you want to share it with your friends, by all means do. And like I said, if you click up there, you're going to find a video about that album, which is my favourite of all time. Till next time, see ya.